Hello. Today we're introducing scoped databases. So every Val on Val Town is going to get its own independent database. We've always had the ability to interact with SQLite databases that are scoped to users, but having Val scoped databases unlocks a lot of cool stuff. So here's a cool, quick example. This is an old school guest book. So it's just a website in which you can write little messages. Okay, so we've created a little bit of data in this Val, which has an SQLite database. And if I click over to SQLite, you can see this data that I've just inserted. So this has a schema that you can see and copy, and then all the data. So if you find something that you want to delete, you can just delete it inline here. Just select it and delete a row. Or you can double click a value and edit things, just like a normal database interface. But you can also export it as a CSV. You can dump the entire database as SQL. And using the query interface, you can run arbitrary queries on the database. So I can select how many messages there are here and get the number of messages. So I think this is pretty cool, but one of the really interesting things that this unlocks is that remixing can now take advantage of these Val scoped databases. So if I remix this Val and I create a copy in my own account or in an organization of which I'm a member, I can click copy database to remixed Val and click remix. And then, so this remixed Val guestbook 2 has its own database and it has a copy of all the data. And this is independent. So this basically forks the database at this point in time. But if I'm not a member, or if I don't own the Val that I'm forking, then I still get a copy of the database schema so I can get up and running really quickly. Check it out. I think it's a real improvement in how databases work on Val Town.